amazing to see. Second prize goes to Anasini Wangatambu. Yeah, just sisters of one family. Naka.
This morning it gives me great pride to preside over this respected occasion. More importantly, for an event such as this to be held in the same week as the World Indigenous Day, which I was more than appreciative of the invite. I also gathered that we have our friends from Melanesia, our friends from Solomon Islands. Thank you for taking the effort to join us in this important event. Ladies and gentlemen, government under its 5-year and 20-year National Development Plan is focused on protection and promotion of a unique Fijian cultural heritage for sustainable development. In that same breath, government acknowledges the cultural heritage provides an irrepressible identity for communities and individuals. Our language, the food we eat, festival rituals, arts and tradition hold an intrinsic value for both present and future generations. Therefore, making it vital that we strategically focus efforts to the promotion and the establishment safeguards of our cultural way of life. Perhaps today it is befitting for me to acknowledge the many efforts of the Fiji Arts Council that have been unsung. Ladies and gentlemen, for years, the Fiji Arts Council has coordinated exhibitions such as this to gather artisans to showcase their talents and creativity. At the same time, they broker opportunities for the sale of these artifacts. These events are held within the Central Eastern, Northern, and Western Division, and are in addition to the National Fine Art Exhibition and the regional festivals. These are just few of the many annual events that they coordinate and attend to. I'm advised that there are plans to have similar events in Levuka or Korbo in the Central Division and another in Sinatoka, where we come from with Director in the Western Division. As a supportive institution, Council provides financial support to groups and organizations which lean more towards that of equity. Perhaps the most resounding sound of success for the Council in relation to its work with partnership with the Ministry of Industry and Trade. This is with regard to the assessment of artwork and the establishment of benchmarks of quality and excellence for artisans, a stipulation of a Fijian-made license. A total of 301 crafters have been issued the license. It is envisioned that through the development of the Council website, you as a artisan will be able to trade your artifacts online, and this is an indication of many greater things to come. Again, a special acknowledgement to our sponsor, the British American Tobacco Company, and we are fortunate to have a company executive who is also present with us this morning. Many thanks to the company who has been supporting the Fiji Arts Council financially over the years, as well as today's event. To you artisans, I wish to pay tribute to each of you. Your dedication and commitment is as much testimony and perhaps the very reason why we are gathered here today. Your skill and ingenuity has brought you this far, but it will be your innovation, your eye for detail, and your continued zeal that will drive you through greater things. While paying tribute to each of you, against this backdrop, I'm reminded of the decision of the United Nations recognition of International Day of Indigenous Peoples. Indigenous peoples continue to seek recognition for their identities, way of life, and their traditional lands, territories, and natural resources for years. And they are acknowledged as being among the most disadvantaged and vulnerable groups of people in the world. In Fiji, because we are majority in this country, these dynamics are not experienced. The legislative measures are there, and we continue to play a major element in our lifestyle. Perhaps the most important issue I wish to raise this morning is that each of us, as a teacher, as representative of institutions such as the Council, the Department of Culture and Heritage, the Ministry of Industry and Trade, Investment Fiji, the Ministry of Itoke Affairs, and the general public, we are all obligated. We are all obligated to take pride of our unique indigenous identity, to continue to practice our traditional arts and crafts in its ethnicity, and more importantly, to the innovative, and allow traditional knowledge to be a benchmark, but let it come alive with color and vibrancy of youth. In that same token, I wish to plead to the young people of today, to the youths. Once we are in Suva, our cultural ways are becoming extinct. The transfer of traditional knowledge is a major challenge. Please take pride and allow yourself to learn about your culture, your origins. Who are you a member of your Vanua, of your Toka, of your Matangali and Ausa? I'm reminded of a statement by George Bernard Shaw, an Irish dramatist, and I quote, "We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility of our future," unquote. Hence the obligation is shared and not one that we can disregard ourselves from. Whilst we say this, let me assure you that this event is a step in the right direction. These events offer an opportunity to showcase talents, God-given talents, to celebrate traditional knowledge and contemporary arts. This is in addition to various efforts by the Department of Culture and Heritage and the Ministry of Itoke Affairs. The representation that we are committed to ensure that our uniqueness remains evident into the near future. With those words, I now declare the 2018 National Craft Exhibition open.